Dax had tweeted at you after this week that he didn't know that you could ping like that.
He knows. He's a liar. He knows. He just don't want to give me any credit. But yeah.
Talk to us about that delivery, which was picture perfect.
Yeah, I feel like Danny was making a run that I like to make, and I just rewarded him for it. I don't think it was as difficult as people are making out. I think it was a nice ball, but I saw him making a run, and when I make runs, I want the ball. So if I see someone make a forward run, a lot of the times it won't come up, but I will try and pass it because I know what goes into that. I know the thought process. I knew what was going through Danny's mind, and yeah, it was a great finish.
Do we see 100 assists out of you in your Red Bull?
I would love to get more assists. I've always said that in my interviews. I don't, obviously my job is to score goals, but I don't just want to be known for like in the box. I can do other things, and I won't let it absorb everything I do, but I want to try and get more assists.
It seemed as if it was a tale of two halves in Costa Rica. I'm sure your fitness as a club, I mean, they're in form, they're in season, and you guys aren't. What needs to be different for you guys to turn it around?
Yeah, well, I think we got another week under our belt now. I think we will be fitter anyway, but you're right. And also, it wasn't just fitness. I think, they're the team that, needed to get a goal, and they're obviously going to come out and try and score now. So we just had to ride that wave, and we didn't manage to do that. But on a whole, the game was positive. It's a point away from home, and I think we played well. I think we did play well. It looked good.
Is there, with more attacking options, obviously last year the team leaned on Sasha to generate a lot of attack. You had mentioned to be able to be more of an assist man is a positive thing. Do you think there's a little bit more interchangeability of the forward players this year?
Yeah, for sure. I think that you got like players that can play in a lot of different positions, and also they can do a lot of leg work. We got some guys here that can run all day, and they're not just legs. They're good football players too. So these guys switching around and playing where they want. You got players that can play number 6, 10 on the 2 wide spot. So it's good. It's a good look. I feel like people are probably going to count us out because of like trades and whatever, but that's when we were at our best. If you remember 2015, when Thierry just left, Tim just left, and everyone was like, "What are you guys going to do?"
Right.
And that's when Red Bull are dangerous. When we got that chip on our shoulder and our backs are against the wall. So I'm excited.
Jesse said that he feels that this team is finally the way he wants it.
Yeah.
He said that publicly. What does that mean?
Yeah, I heard him say that, before the season, and I wasn't quite sure until we went to pre-season and you see, in our training sessions, what we're trying to accomplish and how easy it's been getting done, So I think what he's onto is the youth in the team and being able to interchange, like you just said, and also being able to run all day is key to the way we play. So I can see why he's that excited.
Because we really haven't seen much of him. I have to ask you about Kaku and what you've seen so far.
Yeah, well, it's been tough for him. I think he's been sorting out his visa, and he missed the Champions League game because I think that was a bit late. But the times I've seen him train, he looks very talented. Like when I was watching him, it got me excited. So he looked good. He had a nice calmness about him on the ball, and a clever football brain.
You have personal goals written somewhere down for this season for you?
They're not written yet, but I have something in my mind that I would like to accomplish.
Maybe another century of goals?
That's a lot of goals. I'll take another one just to start the season off.
With a number of goals, with not too many, you move into the top 10 all-time in the history of this league, 2 decades plus. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the plan. I'll be lying if I said it was. But yeah, it feels good, but it's hard to really enjoy that right now, because I'm in the midst of like my career still. I'm still trying to, win an MLS Cup, win an Open Cup, and still trying to do well for this team. So I think when I look back, when I'm done, when I can't play, then I will be very proud, very proud.
In the season ender last year, Sasha had said the difference between you guys in the regular season and then in the postseason is everyone wants to be the first team to win for this fan base so badly that there's frankly a tightness around opportunities, and then something bad happens and the ball's in the net the other way and then you're chasing. It's the eternal question that has dogged fans, and I know players of this team for a long time, is that what do you guys need to do? And I know we're a long way from November. What has to change?
We have to be better in both boxes. Like when it counts, we can't concede, and we have to take our chances. I was guilty of one in that game. I missed that chance against Toronto, and it would be a whole different. This interview now would be so different, and that's how big it is. it's little margins, but that's how big it is. And I think even in the home game, we conceded them goals when it shouldn't be goal, but that's how it goes. And we've got to find a way to eliminate those, not miss chances and not concede as many goals. Then we're on to something, really are.
Felipe, congrats on the birth of your son. That's terrific. Talk about Olympia. Talk about the second leg and what you guys have to do to make sure you guys are going to come out on top.
I think we did a great job down there, especially the first half. We got to build from that. We start the year with a lot of energy. I think the preseason's gone very, very good. Guys are coming in and integrate very well on the system, and that's shown on the first half. I think on Thursday we have a big opportunity to play home, and after result down in Costa Rica, we feel very good about what we can do, especially playing home. I think it will be a great game, and advance on the quarterfinals will be a great thing for the club.
Now, a couple of important players, including yourself, have carry yellow into this match. You don't want to look ahead, obviously, to what may be Tijuana in the next round, but you also want to play smart. You want to get the win. What's the key?
Yes, of course. I think we have a lot of experience in those kind of games, and we know that a yellow card can be determinate for the leg against Tijuana. But at the same time, we cannot play so safe and forget that first we need to win this game. I think the key is just to get out there, do what you have to do, and we go from there.
Were you surprised at how physical they came at you?
No, actually not. I think we expect that. We knew that the coaching staff did an amazing job scouting them. We are pretty sure what we could see, and I think we expected physicality. We just need to meet them, and when we come to our home, we know we're going to be different.
Obviously, the second half looked a lot different than the first, and whether it was a question of your guys' fitness or whether a game plan on Olympia's part, regrouping in the locker room at halftime, they definitely pushed you guys pretty hard.
Yes, obviously they are in better fitter than us because their season is going on for a while. But physically, our team is it's like, let's say, much better than we were last year when we played against Vancouver. And second half, I think we just made a couple of mistakes that cost us. And it's details gonna play a big part on especially on the second leg. We just need to be more aware of things and eliminate those error we made on.
Last question, Kaku, what can you tell us about who he is as a player and as a person?
Great guy, great player, very technical. I think gonna bring a lot to this team. I think he's something that we be missing because he can take guys on, he can score, he can make a difference, and he's young and is very hungry to show and play, and he's very excited to be here, and I think we all can expect big things from him.
Sean, it's year 4 for you with the club. This is an important year for you with the team. We talked in the preseason a couple of weeks ago. You now have one game under your belt. Talk to us about how you felt everything went down in Costa Rica.
Yeah, first of all, this is my 4th year, but I've had really good talks with the club, and we're really happy with how I'm progressing. They're happy, I'm happy, and like I said earlier, I'm really happy with my growth year on year, and so just looking to build on that. Really excited for the year ahead and with the group that we have. Now moving forward, we had that game against Olympia last week, and I think all in all we're happy with the result. Of course, there's things we can improve on. That's a given. It's our first real competitive game of the season. But there were a lot of positives. I mean, the first half we dominated possession, dominated the game, and we went in with a game plan, and we were able to make adjustments throughout the game. And I'm proud of the group for being able to adjust like that. Of course, in the second half, we faded a little. Our fitness is going to come, especially with the way that we play. We play such a, demanding style of play that it takes time to build that game fitness, regardless of, a preseason or not. So that will come with time. I think the sharpness will continue to progress. That's expected early on. And, we're looking for a good result on Thursday. We know that we learned a lot from that game about ourselves, about them. And so now it's about implementing that game plan and taking care of business on Thursday.
A lot of yellow cards in that game.
Yeah.
It was a very physical game.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know that Jesse will not have you looking past the second leg, but you guys do have to be careful if you guys are going to move forward. Tijuana looks like they're going to be the team in the next round, and to have to go there down important players, including yourself. Talk to us about playing with the yellow cards.
Yeah, it was interesting. I talked to Danny Royer after the game, and he mentioned that it's a little different playing in these Central American countries and dealing with different factors. And sometimes you feel like the calls don't always go in your favor, or that it's hard to get the consistency. But at the end of the day, there's no excuses, and we have to be smart about that. Like you said, we can't overlook this game at all. The most important thing is getting the result by any means on Thursday, and so you have to keep in mind yellow card accumulation without a doubt. But I think the guys are in a good place. We have a good understanding of what this competition's like at this point, and so I think guys are at ease about their yellow card situation, and knowing that if we do get past this round, then we do need to have a strong group. But that's where we can call on our depth, and that's something that's really improved in this offseason. Some great signings by the club.
Do you feel the team is further along at this point, at the start of the season, than last year when you guys were working against Vancouver?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think there's more clarity this year. I think the guys are in better shape. We talked about it earlier that our playing style is so demanding, and I think last year, with a shortened preseason before that Vancouver series, we did need to be a little further along at that point. This year, we've taken those lessons, we've learned from them, and I do feel like the group's in a better place, and that's credit to the staff, credit to the players for working hard in the off season to come in ready. All things considered, again, we're happy with where the group's at, and now it's about getting results and putting us in the best positions to succeed.
Best of luck, Sean.
Thank you so much.
Alex, talk to us about the state of the team going into to Thursday's big match. It's as big a match, as this team has had.
Yeah, no, I think it's kind of feels like a continuation of last year of just playing in so many elimination games, and Thursday is going to end up being just that again. And so I think that the first game we got a decent result in Costa Rica, and I think that while it was frustrating to give up a late goal, I think we were able to put the game on our terms in a way that we wanted to. And I think watching that game again, it really feels like we're months ahead of where we were last year in Champions League, and I think that's a great sign because it shows that we're learning from our experiences. And a young team, while it could seem like we're going to be naive, I think we were really able to take this challenge in steps. So Thursday I think is going to be a really good test, and I think a lot of guys were kind of disappointed with giving up a late goal, a late-ish goal, and I think that that's going to have to translate to Thursday and really play with a lot of urgency and play the game the way we want it to be played, not so much with so many fouls and the physicality that you saw in the first game.
How was preseason for you? You found the net quite often. It looked like you're in terrific form.
Yeah, no, I feel really good. I think a big part of it was this is my first full preseason. The last 2 years I've been hurt. I think coming into my third year, I feel a lot more confident and comfortable, and I feel a lot more like the player that I feel like I am, and it's been really good. And especially with the new additions we've made, I feel like they've really gelled well, and it's felt like a really cohesive unit. And I think that really helps players to do well in preseason. And that being said, of course, you have to translate it to the regular season. It doesn't really matter ultimately what happens in preseason, but I think it's a good step for all of us and for me, personally.
Year 3. This is a big year. This is a breakout year. You've really you've earned the minutes. You've earned the respect of the coaching staff. Talk to us about what you need to do this year.
Yeah. No, I think for me this year it's going to be about taking all the lessons I've learned as a younger player and someone who was breaking into the team, and now try and make it so that I can be a player who is, I don't know, personally I want to be someone who plays every game, every minute of every game, and I think to do that I'm going to have to, really be someone that the coaches don't want to take off the field, because at any moment I can impact the game and help the team to win, either by scoring goals or by making plays on either side of the ball. And I think that that's who I want to be for this club, and I think that's who I can be for the club.
What are the things that you need to do specifically to improve your game in 2018?
I think it's going to be a lot for me about, the game feels like it's slowed down a lot for me. So I think that it's going to be getting into attacking positions, and then when I'm getting there, really slowing myself down and trying to make plays. I think it never hurts when you're an attacking player to score a lot of goals. Never hurts to get a lot of assists, and I think that this year I could do that. But I already have like a great thing that I can do that I know helps the team, and I can always do that whether I'm having a good day or a bad day. So I think, for me it's going to be about riding the waves of this season, the ups and downs, and trying to stick with it and help impact the game as much as I can.
Derek, a lot of people are talking about you this year as this is the breakout year of Derek Etienne. Does that put any more pressure on you in order to perform on the field?
No, it doesn't actually. I've been waiting for a time to be able to step up, and hopefully that's this year. Jesse feels that I've had a great preseason. I feel like I had a great preseason. And, I'm just really looking forward to starting the season off. We started off pretty well last game, got a good away goal. So hopefully we come back here. We know that it's really hard for teams to come to Red Bull Arena, so we're looking real forward to that, and then looking on to Portland after that to get the season going. A little excited.
Talk to us about the way the team is feeling from an optimism standpoint, going down to Olympia, or to Costa Rica rather, getting the goal. You guys did concede in the second half when they really took it to you. Talk to us a little bit about what the mindset of the team is going in the second.
At first, we felt that, we missed a couple of chances that we could have put the game away. But, that comes with the fact that, that's our real first real competitive game. For us to get a wiggle, I think that's very, very crucial. I think in the first half we completely dominated. We kind of let the game slip a little bit in the second half, but, something that we felt was going to happen regardless because of fitness and the way they like to play anyway. But, we're really optimistic, like you said, that we're ready to get this game going. We feel that we prepared very well in the last couple of days to be ready and get ready. So I think it's going to be a very good game for us. I think we're going to be able to do a lot of things and put on a good show for the fans and get the win.
Were you surprised at how physical they came at you in the first leg?
No, not really. I feel we know that they're an aggressive team. We saw a lot of film about how aggressive they can be, and then how they are when they don't have the ball. So we were really prepared for that. I think we weathered the storm very early. I think the foul count was they had 30 fouls. So at the end of the day, I think that we did well creating fouls and advantages throughout the whole game.
Jesse said that he feels as if the team is further ahead than last preseason when you guys were tangling with Vancouver. Do you agree?
Yes, I do. I think more guys came into to preseason knowing, that the way we played last year, the way we played generally, it's physically demanding. And for us to be at our very best, especially early in the season, we have to be able to meet the demands of the game. And I think that a lot of guys came in really fit. A lot of guys actually were at the facility months before. So we were with Tony, and we were able to get a little bit of fitness in, and then we were able to start preseason flying. I think it's been shown throughout the way we've been playing so far.
Do you have individual goals for where you want to be when at the end of this season in terms of what you produce in 2018?
I have goals that I set with myself. I don't really like saying it out loud, but hopefully, I just my first year here, I want to just develop as a player. My second year, I felt that I wanted to make more first team appearances. So this year, just to continue on that route. Hopefully, get some starts and be someone that the team can really depend on.
Vince, you're starting your first full season with the team. Jesse had said that this team is further along at this point during the season than you guys were in last year's preseason. Would you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think we are on the same page when it comes to tactics. I think everyone came into preseason really fit this year. And we could tell that we had a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. So I totally agree with Jesse.
The team has obviously a really big game on Thursday. You're down in Costa Rica. Looked like world beaters in the first half. Second half a little bit different. Talk to us about what you guys are talking about internally to ensure you guys get the result on Thursday.
Yeah, we had a really good first half down in Costa Rica. And then the second half was a little bit worse, I would say. But I think overall we are the better team, and I think if we put the game on our terms at Red Bull Arena with all the fans around us, it's going to be an amazing game, and I think we're going to play beautiful football and hopefully score a lot of goals.
They're going to be missing some important pieces from what we've read. Muyl and a couple of other guys may not be able to come to the U.S. due to visa issues. Talk to us about the notion that four important players for this club are going to have yellow cards going into this match, and Tijuana is looming as a possible opponent if you guys get through. When you've played with yellow cards, talk to us about how your game changed.
It doesn't change much. We have a game plan, and we're just gonna try to build on that. And then, whoever we play, we only focus on us and the way we play, the Jesse games plan. And then, CONCACAF is a very competitive competition, but I think we have a good shot this year.
Talk to us. The team is deep in midfielders and central midfielders now. Talk to us about your personal goals for 2018 and how you see best playing a role.
Yeah, so the team is really deep. There's a lot of competition between the midfield, but I feel like I've grown as a player and I can play in different positions in the midfield, and whenever Jesse needs me, I'll be ready to play any position, either it's the 6, the 8, the 10, or even on a wide, so I'm ready to take any challenge.
Stefano, how was training camp for you?
It's been good. Sorry, froze a little bit.
Stefano, how was training camp for you?
Training camp was good. It was felt like a long preseason, but it was good to get out there, get my fitness up. I dealt with like a tiny little injury during preseason, and I also got like a stomach flu, so that kind of knocked me out for a week. But yeah, to get back in the rhythm and train with the guys and get used to the newer players was all good.
We haven't spoken since you signed your first team contract, so congratulations. We last talked when you were in USL playoff mode last year. Talk to us a little bit about what it means to finally be a first team Red Bull and to be able to understudy, if you will, for Bradley Red Bull.
Feels great. I've been here for 3 years now, training a lot with the first team as well. So being, as you said, an understudy of Bradley Wright-Phillips has been tremendous. I've learned so much from him, and now finally being able to have a chance to actually play with him means a lot. And I'm really excited for the opportunity. I'm really excited for the upcoming season.
The more, the deeper that this team goes in this continental tournament, there may create opportunities for you with fixture congestion. Talk to us. You mentioned you're coming back from a little ding. Are you 100%? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, 100%. I stayed back with the USL team in Arizona to kind of catch up on fitness and get some minutes in and some preseason friendlies out there. So that was good. I'm just now I'm just ready. Going to train hard, and if the opportunity knocks, I'm ready.
What's your personal goal for 2018 with this team?
Just to gain the respect from the older guys, from the coach, and prove that I can contribute minutes and help the team in any way I can.
Ben Mines, congratulations on signing your pro contract. Very exciting.
Thank you. I'm really excited to join the club.
I know a lot of fans are really excited to see what you can do, and what they've been watching what you have been doing over the last couple of years, but it's nice to actually be able to speak with you. Talk to us about this first camp with the team, obviously with the first team and then the second team as well. Talk to us about how it's been for you.
The first camp was really good. It was a big adjustment, coming in and playing with some new guys, some veteran guys. A bit quicker play, but I feel like I adapted well and played well. Second camp, it was good. Getting to meet some trialists, some new guys signing for the USL team, and I got to take on more of a bigger role in those games, getting a lot more minutes, and I feel like I've been growing as a player, even in the small time that we've had together.
Now, you've been told, I think you're going to be starting the season with RB2. This is a team that you're very familiar with because you've had a lot of experience at the USL level.
Yeah. Obviously winning the cup with in the first year was really exciting. Last year, unfortunately, getting knocked out in the conference finals. But yeah, I've had a lot of experience, and I'm hoping I can bring that to the team and help further our cause and go far in the playoffs this year.
When you think about your game, you're a young player, very skilled player. What are the 2 or 3 things that you need to do in this year to develop further as a pro?
I'm hoping just to get a bit more creative, taking guys on 1v1, pushing it more towards my left foot and being a little more clinical in front of goal, just so I can get my goals up a bit more and also help contribute to other guys scoring as well.
Do you have a personal goal in terms of the number of times you're going to think you're going to hit the back of the net this year?
I definitely want to hit double digits, but looking for maybe around 13, 14 goals. Just start off,
We'll go from there.
All right.
Talk to us a little bit about playing in the organization and working with Bradley and what he's been able to teach you.
It's been great. Brad, Felipe, and all the veteran guys taking me in and giving me pointers and tips on my in my first camp, and just training with them has made me a better player already.
Armando, welcome back to the team after your stint in Mexico. Talk to us about your feelings about re-signing with the Red Bulls.
I mean, for me, it's something that I can't really explain. Since the first time that I signed with Red Bulls, it's just so much joy. Being able to come back, being with my family, being able to be with some of the guys that I used to be with back then. Like Brad, Connor, Ryan, Luis, a bunch of the guys that are still here. So it was really good for me to know that there was still some guys here. Coming in, almost being like the new guy because I haven't been here for a couple of years. So knowing some of these guys kind of helped me out, going into preseason, gave me a little bit of confidence, But, Jesse's way of playing, the way that Red Bulls goes about their play, was a little bit different for me, especially when I played like in Mexico. Every team has their different tactics and everything. But what I really liked about this team is that it's really unified. I don't think that there's been a Red Bull a team this unified like we are now, So it was really nice to see that, and being able to come back, just really happy, and excited for this season.
You had mentioned the fact that you were here with a number of these guys. The fact that Connor is one of the older statesmen on this team is really kind of amazing. Have you kept in touch with them and kept in touch with the organization while you were down?
Not so much the organization, but obviously with my ex-teammates, especially like Connor, Ryan, guys that when I first came here, really helped me out because now they're like so-called the veterans. And it's funny because when I first came on the team, we were all kind of in the same situation, trying to get on the team, and now being able to come back and seeing how much everyone's kind of grown, me included, it's really nice, So being able to come back and being with these guys, it's really awesome, And I talked to a couple guys, but over time some things kind of grow apart. But yeah, I mean, being able to come back and seeing these guys again is really nice.
4 years removed from playing in MLS, I'm very curious about the opinion of the growth of MLS among Mexican players and among fans and players of the Mexican League.
Well, this league has grown so much, especially since I've been here. In only 4 years, man, like a lot of players want to come and play here. I know a couple guys in Mexico that I've been talking about, hey, like, how is MLS and everything? And I was like, just look at the games. It's getting a lot better, So for me to come here, I feel like it's another step, Maybe not higher, maybe not lower, but I feel like coming into the MLS with so many great players, I think it's really good, especially in my career where I want to keep getting better. I think this is the place for me to be in.